What's up, everyone? This is Trevor here for RSG, and guess what I'm going to show you today? I'm going to show you how to use OBS. And if you've missed my earlier things on how to Twitch with OBS and how to green screen with OBS, then you need to look right over there and click on one of those links so you can go check that out too, because this is just going to show you an overall of how to use OBS. Because when you learn how to use OBS, you'll be able to do a bunch of stuff. And it's free! It's free! Everyone loves free! Alright, let's go into the how to do. Alright, so we have free open broadcaster software that you have to go to obsproject.com to download. And once you go to obsproject.com to download, you will get this. And you will get this looking thing here. And as you see, I look like a pyramid because it's kind of weird when you try to record what you're recording with, at least when you're using OBS. But we need to show you how to use OBS, so it's really not too tough. So first of all, what we're going to go into is we'll go into some settings, because before you do anything, you really just want to get your settings down. So starting in File, Save and Exit. That's all you really got in there. So we'll go to Settings, and we'll actually go into Settings. So now as we're in here, you will see you have your General. Kind of leave that the same. You really don't need to change it unless you need to change your language. You have encoding as well. I find that the bitrate for the stereo audio encoding is fine, but if you really need, you can up it up. You can put it definitely up. I don't really see the need in something like that, especially that unless I'm recording something special. Still don't know what I would need to really increase that for, because it sounds just fine, at least on my end. So I leave that at 128 because when I do stream, I do kind of want it at 128. I don't want to make it lower because then it's going to sound like crap. And I don't want to make it higher because it's going to probably take away some of my internet quality. Encoding also has to do with like when you're streaming, the max bit rate. So I have mine at 4,000 kilobytes per second. So when I'm actually streaming, and as you'll see if you look on the OBS there on my screen, this is it's not capping it at 4,000, but it's keeping it around there. Like if I put it up to 4,500, it'd probably get up to 5,000 kilobytes per second. When you're doing that though, you kind of want to leave it about 1,000, I find, kilobytes a second under what your actual internet kilobits a second, excuse me, of what your actual internet connection is. You don't want to use all your internet connection of your upload speed on just this when you're streaming. So just keep that in mind. Don't really mess with the format or the AAC unless you really want to go all into that. That's that's on you. Broadcast settings are more for if you're going to just live stream or if you are going to save it. So right now I have it set to file output only because I'm going to save this and upload it to YouTube. But if I wanted to, I could go to live stream and I choose what I want. And when you're in here, you choose what kind of server you're going to go with. It could be a custom one. The server you want to be out of, like I'm actually out of New York, but for some reason it gets really crowded. That was more of a joke, a bad joke at that, because obviously for some reason is because New York City. Hello, but other than that, you can put your hotkeys here. I really don't like to use hotkeys except for recording because sometimes it's just easier. Let's see, we'll go on to video. No, I don't want to save no changes. So you go on to video. Now, right now, I want it to look the best for my YouTubers as it can. So it's going to be on no resolution downscale, 1920 by 1080. It's going to look as good as I can. And I have it set to 35 frames per second. I don't really need it higher than that. That's actually more for my streaming. But if you are recording, a gameplay or something, maybe you want to up that to like 50 or, 60 so you get some nice frame rate out of it and you're not, bogged down too much. Because like right now, I'm using 21 frames per second. I don't have enough going on fast enough for me to really even need the 35. Like I said, that's just for when I stream, which I'm probably going to do after I make this video. And then you also have the audio. Once you're in the audio, it's straightforward, kind of. You know, you have your desktop audio device is what your actual like output is. So like this is my my TV, and it can go out of my high definition outputs of my opticals and everything. But I just put it on default. But you can change to what you need. The microphone's what makes a difference. So when you're doing a microphone, I selected my blue snowball. I want it to be my best mic that I have. You want to make sure that it's on that. If you have a nice microphone like I have, you really don't want to mess with boosting it and stuff like that, because then it's just going to be too damn loud. So you don't want to do that. No, I don't want to save changes. So advanced, I don't really get into this. I don't really find the need to. It works just fine. But basically, it's just about using like multi-threading with your processor and stuff like that, and how quick do you want it to encode things. You know, the slower it encodes, the better it'll be. But you know, the slower it obviously is, and the faster it is, the worse the quality is. So I like to leave it kind of where it's at. You don't really need to change it. Kind of leave it there unless you know what you're doing and you want to change it yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, leave it. If you know what you're doing, hey, that's on you, and you're probably not even going to need to watch this video if you know what the hell you're doing at that point. Microphone noise gate, last but not least, set it up if you need to. I haven't needed to, but it's basically if you're finding that your pops and your everything's just too damn loud, you can put up like a microphone noise gate. I really don't care to do so. So, you know, it's just to make sure that your levels can't go above and beyond. Like, I can't make mine hit, I don't know if you can see, like, I don't want this little black bar here, this little black dot that moves around, to be up here. So I could set like a noise gate. But at the same time, you could also turn down your volumes. So we're going to cancel with all the settings because I don't need to change anything. So as you see with the volumes here, when you're streaming, just want to point this out, because I don't even know if I put this in the other videos. When you're streaming, okay, do not have your actual audio all the way up. As you see, mine is way down and the music still comes through quite damn loud. And when you actually play music and things like that, you actually don't want them on full blast because they're pretty darn loud to the other people. Your microphone you do want pretty high though, because you want to be able to overpower whatever sounds you are playing with whatever game you're doing. So let's go on to the next part. Scenes. You have scenes, and it's really not tough to figure out what a scene is. Webcam and monitor. I'm using my webcam, and you see what's on my monitor. Simple, straightforward. I named it myself because that's what it is. Your sources are what you would add. So, you would click on, after you've made a scene, you click on sources. So, I just want my C920 and my monitor capture. But let's say I wanted to add something else. You right click and you can hit add. You can do a window capture, a monitor capture, image slideshow, text, video capture device, or game capture. Game capture, I will swap over to one of them right now that I have. We'll go to the grid to record. Now you'll get to still see me up in this black corner here as things are behind me. Normally it would be a game behind me. It does not play anything, obviously, until the game is actually going. Right now I have it set for grid 2. If I wanted to add a different game, I would go to game capture. Okay, I'll just name it game capture. And mind you, you have to have the game running that you want to capture. So you would have the game running, Alt tab out of it, and in this little box will be the game you're looking for. You'd click that, and then it's going to put it up. So when the game's actually running. But the thing I just want to point out, you want to make sure that your webcam is at the top of the order. So we'll go into my webcam monitor. See how my webcam is always at the top of the order? Because it's almost like layers. If you don't put it at the top, let's see what happens if I move it to the bottom. I'm pretty sure move down. Boom, I disappear. Because it's like a layer kind of. So we're going to move me back up to the top and see I'm there. So make sure your camera is at the top. Now I tried to do 2 cameras on here. If anyone can maybe give me some help on what is wrong. As soon as I enable the other camera, let's bop over to what I'm talking about. So let's add a monitor capture to one of my game ones. So I'm here. You only see all this. You don't even see my monitor. I'm going to add, though, in a monitor capture. Okay. I know. Oh, but I put it at the top. What did I say about putting it at the top? We don't want it at the top. Put it at the bottom, and there I am again. So, just wanted to show you real quick. Whenever I enable foot cam, it causes my mic to do the, and I don't understand why it does that. Yeah. It does a lot of skipping, and I don't understand. As soon as I click that, I've turned off all the mics and everything I could possibly think of. So as of right now, putting a second camera up seems to cause an issue. So let's try not to do 2 cameras at once, at least in OBS. I'm sure it probably works in XSplit, but XSplit I don't think even does green screen. Which, green screen is real easy to do. Because watch this. I'm going to put you on the cam only. And I have a green screen behind me. And now we're going to go back to webcam and monitor. How did I do that green screen? Well, you just kind of click properties. So, when you hit add and you do a video capture device, it'll bring you to this. My device is a Logitech C920. Do I want this microphone? No. Disable. It is already enabled within the program. Do not do it. Chroma key. You click it. That's that. Yes, I have me set to 864 by 480. That's for normally my streaming. I could have put it to 1080p because this is all local and it's fine. So when you're doing local, if you remember, put 1080p. But since I'm such a small box, it really doesn't matter that I'm 864 by 480. So, chroma key. Watch what happens. Click. Off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Alright, so it's so easy to do to do green screen on OBS. It's just ridiculous. It's just, it's almost hysterical, like how easy it is. They make it no problem at all to do. But same thing, you know, properties. You know, when you're, whenever you add something, this is the kind of stuff that'll come up. Whenever you click into properties of the device you're trying to use. So let's go back to this. You know, and properties. You put the text and, you know, stuff like that, how you want it. You can make it vertical. You can have it underlined. You do a lot. It's the best way I could put it is you could do quite a damn bit with OBS. Getting back to some of the stuff, we'll just go, you know, settings is the same as settings up here. You know, edit scene is not so much for where I am here. Let's see if I can click edit scene. Yeah, so you click edit scene, then you can move things around, make them smaller or bigger. So edit the scene is just so you can kind of move around what's here. Something like that is real important when you have something like this where I have all this stuff rotating around, and I know it's funny because the colors are kind of like blanked out with all my stuff up there, but not when I'm on stream. It actually looks fine because everything in the background is usually like dark. But overall, you know, you need to be able to move this kind of stuff around, like, you know, how you can follow my Twitter at ReadySetGame87. You know, just stuff like that really is what you need edit scene for. When you're done, click edit scene again so it takes away the little red box. Global sources are more like things that are active all the time, no matter what. You can set that up. I don't really like to do it. And plugins are just like anything else. You have plugins. You can get more, you know. But as you see, it's per scene, volume plugin, microphone noise gate already is installed. The game capture plugin's already installed. So you would just get different plugins so you can do more stuff. That's what a plugin is, and that's how a plugin works. Overall, I think the last one I have is just the help, and I really don't need to go into it because it's just help. You can check for updates and everything through there. So I think I've shown you everything there kind of is to know about OBS, and if you have any more questions about OBS and something I didn't cover, please feel free to comment in the video or go to @ReadySetGame87 and tweet me, and I will be sure to try to answer the question the best that I can, and I will be glad to try. I have no problem with that. I'd like more interaction, but what I need from everyone here that watches this video is to share this video, and if you can, and if you do like it, please hit like. And if you don't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. And then, if you haven't, go to my channel and hit subscribe, because it helps me out a lot. Then you can also check out some of the stuff in my description. It'll tell you how to get to my Facebook, my Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter, like I said, and you can also follow me on Google+, which I really don't use because no one really uses it, so I don't really know what to go with for that. So these are the three I'm really using the most. These are some people that I like to check out. This is someone that has helped me with some graphical arts in the past, but these three are ones that I like to always check out on their channel because they always make me laugh and have a good time. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and for all of those who are going to stick around, I'll see you next time.